Co-op. I'm your host, Ian, back for Grand Theft Auto Part 2. Hopefully you watched the first episode and you're coming back for more. You're coming back for seconds, so let's just get right to it. So Grand Theft Auto 4. That's all I got to say. No, come on.
Good point.
Good point.
Just saying it makes your insides like turn, man.
I'm not going to share a lot of my opinion, but
You should. Makes for
a little bit of my
episode.
opinion is I didn't
Based on the look on your face, we may share the same
The
opinion.
lead character is so uninteresting, and it's really, and I still didn't like.
It's not his fault. All Russians have no personality.
Oh, I did not say that.
This is an equal opportunity
He's
show.
Slovenian.
It's a late
10,000 views in the Ukraine.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I love the Ukraine.
But also things I don't like about the game. Well, I do like the game. I like the world. I think I prefer a more open world than just like the kind of city world. But like also, unlike we'll talk about it in 5, 4 still has that it's closed off unless you unlock it, and it's very just I don't know. There's just things I don't like about the game, and overall, while there's points that I enjoy, like the cars you drove better, I felt, and it looks a better game, and they get rid of all the glitchiness that the PS2 versions of the game had. You don't have random like shooting through a wall. Or,
You mean GTA 4 was the best driving up to that point?
I think so. I think
Okay.
I think mechanics-wise, the game is best, and it looks really good. I just feel like the story isn't. That's my opinion. I don't think the story's that great, and I just lost interest. It took me a year to beat it. I kept going back, because my boy here is a big fan of the game.
Yeah.
I kept going back, and I finally beat it. And the ending is just so like, oh, I just won, and it's just.
My complaint about GTA 4 was that was the one where they tried to... They were still confining you, but they were trying to give you more like real world options, and there was too much like trying to be the fucking Sims in that game. It was like, go to the bar and play pool with this guy, and I'm like, I don't want to go to a bar. I want to race a car off a bridge and blow something the fuck up. If I wanted to be playing pool, I'd buy a pool game.
Right.
But
Good thing his cousin was a taxi driver, so you could get all those taxi missions in there. I don't know. Anyway.
But at the same time, you
Yeah,
could have
that.
like turned your cell phone off. Like I know some people were really against like, cousin, come bowl with me, cousin,
Yeah.
but
Where do you stand on the game, John?
I mean, like I said earlier, I thought I liked San Andreas better than GTA 4. With the exception of the combat is really, the cover system and the weapons are a little bit. Except I didn't like how you reloaded. Reminded me of GoldenEye in a way, where in GoldenEye you just went, like in Grand Theft Auto he just goes, or like you just like. He just kind of makes one hand gesture and like you're reloaded and ready to go again. So, but in terms of driving, I was just kind of like, I mean, especially that's why I asked you if like it's the best driving up to this point, because
Up to this point.
people who play GTA 5 and then play GTA 4 are just like, oh my god, like I'm just driving a tank. Like this is even what am I doing here?
All right, Justin, go ahead.
Suck that
Okay.
dick.
Suck it. Nico. Jared, could you get out of the car, please, so that Justin can suck Nico's dick?
No.
Nico's like, oh, it's not dick sucking. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I won't compare I won't say San Andreas is better than Grand Theft Auto 4 because I consider them different games. I consider this as a new direction for the game. They tried to keep some of the stuff that people liked in the game, like going and playing pool or whatever. You could do whatever you want. But I think that they focused a lot more on the graphics. They obviously went to not using real actors and anymore, and the physics, the mechanics of the game have totally changed. It's a completely different game, and I think it helped set what was to become Grand Theft Auto 5, in that they basically were like, here's what we got, what do the fans like and what they don't like, and we're going to make Grand Theft Auto 5 what they like.
But is this the direction you think you guys wanted? I mean, we like that kind of, like you were, Jason, the narrow focus, like with Vice City, or do you want this, do you like the fact that it's just more, it's like everyday life and you're doing it?
Well, my answer to that question is absolutely not. But I think Justin has a point that, just because it wasn't for me doesn't mean it wasn't for everybody.
Well, it's still sold, obviously.
And
yeah.
I think that,
There's never been
you said that the Metacritic scores on 5 have dropped. So as of right now, Grand Theft Auto 4 is still the greatest reviewed game of all time.
Probably.
It was 97 last time I looked.
Maybe on
Grand Theft Auto 5
PS3.
was a 98. No, I mean if you look at PC, if you look at other things like
no
up until 5, GTA 4.
But
they've 97.
They've all been really highly praised games. I mean, you're talking about games that we're like nitpicking things we don't like about a game. A game itself that we like, in a sense. You're nitpicking, like, I don't like oranges, but I like strawberries, but I like fruit. I mean,
I played 20% of it, and I was like, screw this game.
But I feel like
I get better games to play.
I feel like the reason Grand Theft Auto gets high scores to begin with is because they're, like, I would be more interested if, say, GTA, like, there was nothing before GTA 4. Like, GTA 4 was just, it was just GTA and it was released on its own. Because I feel like because the past GTA games have been so good, and then whenever they release a new one, they still do a high quality job, but at the same time, I feel like people are just like, oh, Grand Theft Auto is great. So there's more leniency, and even then, there's people are just more even stuff that they may criticize more on brand new games.
So you don't feel this game stacks up to other Grand Theft Auto games?
I think GTA 5 is better than GTA 4, and I remember when GTA 4 first came out and it was getting such high reviews. I was just
I'm not disagreeing.
Oh, you're not disagreeing.
I was just kind of like, I don't think it. I mean, it's a good game, but I don't think it deserves a near 100 or 10 out of 10 or whatever. Like a 9 out of 10 certainly, but not it's the most perfect game ever made by man.
I don't think it's a flawed game in any sense. But go ahead.
No, I think GTA has been and still is a game of its own. There are, of course, other sandbox games out there and stuff like that, but there is no game that is like this. That creates this kind of world that you can get lost in. Right. Specifically GTA. I know there's World of Warcraft and things like that, but this is still a niche kind of game or whatever that other people have tried to copy, but there's just something about the writing and the detail and the storytelling in the game that people get excited about. No, to me there is no bad GTA game. There is some better ones and some not so great ones, but they are all great games that will all one day Rockstar's going to fail and make a shitty GTA game.
I don't know about that,
but I mean, as long as people still like to do this kind of stuff, they're at the top of the game.
Where does this one rate for you? This Grand Theft Auto 4, where's it rate?
After playing 5, I'd give this one a 9.
Okay. All right.
When this came out, I gave it a 10. GTA 5 still gets a 9, but this has been dropped to 9.
4 drops. And it's quite a long time before 5 comes out.
Yeah.
Which is actually kind of nice as a gamer because you're not buying that Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, freaking scripts, But anyway, so I kind of respect Rockstar for not hitting us over the head with a Grand Theft Auto game every year, which is nice.
Well, they had the DLC though.
They have DLC, but I expect DLC from a game, don't we? At this point, I think we kind of, we get DLC, we play it, whatever. But Grand Theft Auto 5, that's what we're going to get into now.
You don't want to talk about the...
Oh, well, we can talk about, there was Lost in the Damned, and there was Ballad of Gay Tony. I hear Ballad of Gay Tony's the best DLC, and it kind of brings it closer to what Grand Theft Auto 5 is, story structure, or... I just hear it's the best part of that game. I never even played it, so I can't really talk about it. But you guys could talk about it if you want, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that Ballad of Gay Tony was the best one. Lost in the Dam is they're both different. Lost and Damned is a much darker story, and then on the flip side of that, Ballad of Gay Tony, there's it's a more funny story. They put in more comedy into it, and while it's still just some hood trying to get through the day by doing jobs, but they also put a lot of glitz and glamour into Ballad of Gay Tony, and
they introduced new weapons, they introduced new mission styles.
you can fly the Buzzard, which is just like a way better helicopter than the police helicopter they had, and like the tank in the sky, pretty much, for the original Grand Theft Auto.
And I felt that they created certain missions that, like missions before, were whatever you could do in the game, that's what you could do in the mission. But in the Ballad of Gay Tony, they had certain missions where you could only do those things in that particular mission. Like, if you remember, you had to ride on top of the train, and you had to like shoot people or whatever while you're jumping and ducking and stuff under things. And that was, you could only do that kind of stuff in that mission.
And it was the
And I
first.
thought that was cool.
And it was the first time they introduced checkpoints and mission replay too, which
Right.
and even
Which is big in 5 now.
Yes.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, I was saying earlier how I had a friend who played GTA 4, and he stopped playing. And this was before any DLC came out. He stopped playing because he was just tired of having to replay the same level over and over and over again. Even having to go out and get body armor, reloading up on ammo, buying extra rockets.
Drive all the way across
So you think
town.
Ballad of Gay Tony is better than this game? Than the game itself?
Well, no, because of the fact that it's not. I don't really care about that character
Oh.
Yeah.
very much, as much as I
would say
care
that-
about the lovable Nico Bellic.
I would say they're just separate though. Like, obviously, the Ballad of Gay Tony is a DLC, so the story is much shorter.
Right,
But
right.
but with that in mind, they also like it's well paced, even though it's a shorter game. So I think it'd be hard to kind of compare the two on equal ground.
So you guys done talking about DLC now? Can we move on?
For sure.
Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out. It sells a bazillion copies. This is like one of the biggest
1
games.
billion.
I don't know if it was a billion, but
They
I mean,
sold
you're
a
talking
billion
Call of
copies,
Duty.
they made
You're
$1
talking
billion
Call of Duty numbers, and you're talking
in the first week.
Yeah, I mean,
which
it's
was
I think it was in
record setting.
3 days they
They-
had a
more than
billion
Call of
dollars.
Duty actually.
But
And
also the amount of money that they spent on it.
It's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
I mean, it's
It
like
is
250
the-
million.
A
Yeah,
movie
200
budget.
No, not just a movie budget. There is only one movie in history that costs more to make than Grand Theft Auto 5.
Lord of the Rings.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Really?
The third one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the third Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, most expensive movie ever made. But that is the only piece of entertainment that cost more to make ever than Grand Theft Auto 5.
And they definitely earned their money back.
Oh yeah.
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 So, the game, guys. Who wants to go first? Jason wants to go first.
That game is fucking amazing. It is like okay, so I was saying on the last episode that I really loved Vice City, but in Vice City, which I really enjoyed, I was spending a lot of time running around, jumping off of ramps, But in this one, I cannot put the story down. I cannot stop doing missions to mess with, go find the 100 hidden lunch boxes.
Right.
I don't care about that. Like it's
They're still there.
they're still there, and maybe I will mess with that when I finish the game. I've made really good progress through it, but I can't put it down in the same kind of way that I can't put down like an episode, like a series of fantastic television. Like the episode ends, and then I'm like, Netflix, come on, next episode. I'm doing that with the missions in Grand Theft Auto 5, and the characters are great. The story is compelling. Like the acting is impeccable. It is, for me, no question about it, the best Grand Theft Auto, hands down, like by a mile. And that's because, for me, story is the most important part of a game. And that game just, it keeps me on my toes story-wise. I'm like, what's going on with this character? I mean, are we doing spoilers in this episode?
No,
Like, can I talk about
it's been
specific
long
things?
enough, it's fine.
Yeah, it's been long enough. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, there was all of this like ominous stuff about Lester or Trevor.
Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor. Yeah, He looks like a Lester, though. There was all this stuff about, Trevor and how ominous he was. And then you went and you played as him out in the desert, and he was like this fucking psychopath. And it's like, when he gets back and interacts with Michael, you're like, oh my god, the shit is going to hit the fan. This dude is scary. Why are they making me play as this villain? And then he gets there and he's like, we got to go save your daughter, bro. And I was like, what? What?
Yeah,
Wait,
he's totally
left
sympathetic
turn.
character. He's like his best friend, but he's a fucking psycho.
Yeah, and
So-
he's still scary and like,
That's why I made the
so
comment
good.
when we weren't recording that like we are Trevor. Like this is my best friend. We hang out. He's got my back. And then when we play Grand Theft Auto, he wants to just shoot and kill everything. Because it's kind of what Trevor is, and that was just my point. Like I feel like Trevor is kind of
he is
the embodiment of us.
Right. Because
I
the other
disagree.
ones.
I feel like I am Michael.
Well,
I
yeah,
feel-
but
well,
If I put him in the right clothes, even from behind, he looks like me.
even Michael has reservations about living a certain kind of way, and it's not until Trevor comes into the picture that he's like, no, we got to do this. I mean, he didn't even want. He's like, just that mission you're talking about. He didn't even want to go and help his daughter, and he even says in that mission, "This is your daughter we're talking about." Like he brings that part out of Michael. That's like, dude, you can't just sit in your rich mansion anymore. You're as fucked up as I am, and I'm gonna bring that shit out of you.
I think that's funny that you would think that like Trevor is terrifying, because like that opening scene when he's just fucking that one chick and then he bashes Johnny's skull in, I was just like, fuck yeah, let's do this. And then to me it really spoke to me like how like free he is.
But
like,
it makes
he isn't held down by
But I think it's a
anything.
mirror in a sense, especially having the three of those characters. The cool thing about the game, the fact that you can switch between them. But I do feel sometimes uncomfortable playing as Trevor, especially when you have his rampage missions. I don't like just having to just kill all these dudes. I feel like it's just so I avoided all those missions. I didn't do them because I feel it's like, why do I just have to be this guy to kill a bunch of dudes? As like,
I mean, you kill hipsters, so that may appeal to
but
some
hipsters.
people.
Well,
Christ.
I think you.
What does that even
you said
mean?
it's to fulfill that thirst of that particular kind of player.
But I think the game is obviously trying to cross so many borders. It wants the RPG guy, it wants the race car guy, it wants the Call of Duty guy. This game covers so much ground.
And it accomplishes it.
For the most part, it does. I think so.
It
Yes.
does it well.
Right. But I feel like it is, in my opinion, Grand Theft Auto greatest hits because you have the gangster Tommy Vercetti character, you have the San Andreas character, and then you have this other kind of random character that is kind of us,
You have
but not
violent Larry the Cable Guy.
right. But which has been
Skinny
us, but which has been
Larry.
us through the entire series, basically. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like there's slight differences in the characters.
There is.
They
I'm not
may
s-
look similar. They may kind of have the same
no.
background. But Tommy Vercetti was a violent motherfucker.
But they're
And
all violent.
Michael isn't so much. He's a family man and all that. I mean, and he wants to be a movie producer and things like that. Like he has these like big dreams. He's not the same. And Franklin doesn't want to be a gangster. He's done with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like he wants something
I get
real.
It. I get it.
I find Michael and Franklin to be the most relatable characters to me
No,
that Grand Theft Auto has ever had.
No, yes.
Like,
I
I'm
agree.
like-
I will agree. I will agree.
Yeah, I really like relate to those characters and I like them. Like,
But I don't like playing as
like
Trevor.
them.
I like Trevor in the game, but I don't like having to play as him.
I agree. I don't like playing as Trevor. Trevor makes me uncomfortable, but I'm intrigued by Trevor. I find him a compelling part of the story. Like the twists that they keep taking with Trevor. Like when he's torturing that guy. Massively controversial part of that game, and that made me feel very uncomfortable. I am a
does,
empathetic
but
person.
after that mission where he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna take you to the airport, relax," he's helping him. Now there's that
Right, now it's
compassionate
okay,
part
now it's okay,
of
right.
Trevor that comes out, and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, they keep doing that it's like psycho, relatable psycho. Psycho, relatable psycho.
But that's the weird thing about it is that you can see yourself going, like, you can actually catch yourself going, "Wait a minute, now I like the guy again." like I'm supposed to hate this guy. He's crazy or whatever. Now all of a sudden I like him again. Like that's not right. Like I'm supposed to hate him.
I swear
always
to
liked him.
God.
And the fact that a video game can make you like think that's that way about yourself, that's amazing character like development right there.
I swear to God, Trevor is based off of the Hound from Game of Thrones. It's the same thing. You are a scary psychopath. Oh, and now you're going to save the little girl.
Right. And
So-
everybody loves to see that.
Yeah,
people just like to
that's
see
true.
that.
That's true. So, what do we think about the game? One thing I really liked about the game was that the world is instantly open. You can it's no longer gated in any way. I do think it's a great. I like the world. I really like being in that world. Actually, I wish I liked. I mean, Jason and and Justin, you guys. I don't know John's real opinion, but you guys really like the characters. I don't like the characters so much. I'm kind of meh on the characters, but I love that world. I wish I loved the characters more because I love that the world is so awesome to be in. Actually, I think.
I like Franklin about half as much as I like Michael and Trevor. Franklin is still kind of boring, and I wish the relationship between
He's
them-
got dog, man.
The
He's got
dialogue
the
between
dog.
Franklin and his friend is so great, though.
Okay, but
Like that's the funniest
right.
dialogue.
I
Just
wish
going back and
that
forth.
the relationship that Michael has with his kid Jimmy, that's all fucked up. Michael,
That kind of annoys me, actually.
like, but I wish that Michael had, I guess that Franklin maybe was a little bit younger, and that Franklin takes him in the game, but it doesn't feel like that the son I never had kind of thing. And I wish that actually happened in the game, where there was even like maybe a sappy moment or something in the game where Michael did something for Franklin that Franklin was like, you're like, I know now that you got my back, instead of it just being like a business relationship, that it actually showed that like Franklin really cared for Michael. Because at the end of the game, you have to decide, no, spoilers, whatever. At the end of the game, you have to decide which one you want to kill, Michael, or do you want to kill Trevor, or none at all. And you obviously don't want to kill Michael because he's like the father you never had or whatever. And that actually doesn't happen in the game. And I wish that was a part of the game as far as the characters go.
That would have been a really wonderful direction that they could have gone. Yeah.
I know it would have been sappy, but you know what? Like grabbing Franklin's hand like as he's falling off the ledge or whatever, and just like pulling him up, Or maybe Michael had a heart attack and Franklin like gave him out the mouth and like pumped on his chest and everything and brought him back to life. I mean, whatever.
Nico Bellic came out and Pleasure
Nico
Game or
Bellic,
something.
yeah, Pleasure Game.
What else you guys want to talk about? I mean, what else on 5?
So
I mean,
online?
You were talking about the world.
right.
And maybe that's just another reason that I'm loving it so much, is because I lived in LA in my early 20s, and it's when I visit Los Angeles, it still feels like a second home to me. And they captured that essence of LA so well. I mean, clear down to like when you're driving up the road between the huge mansions in the hill.
Mm-hmm.
The road is still shitty with like little tar lines where they painted over the cracks. And that is a real LA thing, and like all the landmarks are there, and like places that I used to hang out at. Like I've actually, I was just saying yesterday that sometimes that's actually a hindrance to me in the game, because like I had a like 4-star police chasing me, and I was at the airport, like driving down the airport, and I'm leaving the airport. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get to the end of this road, and then I'm gonna take a left on this road. I'm gonna take that to Sepulveda, and then I'm gonna jump off to Jefferson because there will be good places to hide on Jefferson. And then oh, those roads aren't actually there. You just did a perfect replica of a portion of LA, and the roads that I'm expecting to be there do not exist in this video game. I should have been playing LA Noire.
Some things I like. Just throw them out. Playboy Mansion's there. You go in there, you see some topless ladies.
Sometimes.
And the first GTA game where like the strip club actually has topless dancers.
Yes, finally.
Finally.
I mean, what's the big
Not that big a deal. I'm sorry, but and all the ladies out there, I'm sorry, but
No, it's just it makes it worth actually going. I guess it defeats the purpose.
for liking
You know,
boobs.
you guys talk about how Trevor was disturbing. The strip club to me is like a little bit disturbing. Like I went into the strip club in GTA 5 and it's just like, this is cool, but then it was just like, why the fuck? But then it was like, this is so pointless. Like, I mean, like I guess it's kind of cool they did this, but it's like I just rather get out in the world, do something else, and not.
we should talk about. We should
I'm
talk
with
about.
you. Like I've got porn right here.
I know.
Anytime
We
want
should
it.
talk about
Real
online
porn.
a little bit, but I only played online with one friend on my friends list one time, and that was Juan Shelby. And we both never really actually played together, but we both happened to be in the strip club at the same time. And I find that kind of funny. Kind of weirdly funny. Anyway, that's it. I don't know, that's
Like, were you guys both getting lap danced? You're like, oh, hey, what's up?
No, because the weird thing about it is that online the
Awkward high five.
strippers aren't topless. It's so
yeah.
it becomes oddly weird.
Thanks a lot, Australia.
Yeah, right. So anyway, online. You guys not played it yet?
Yeah, I played tons of online. Online is like the first. I mean, they had online for Grand Theft Auto 4, but it wasn't as hyped and it wasn't as well created as 5 is. So this is to me, this is like a new thing for Grand Theft Auto, and I'm totally psyched about it because I don't play a lot of MMO type games.
And this is almost like an MMO. I mean, you do a mission,
Sure.
you level up.
Yeah, but there's been so many issues with glitches when it first started,
right.
People exploiting the game, fucking up the whole economic system that they had designed for the game. It's been like kind of a huge mess that hasn't really fully been like restored. But I can't think of like
I think it's
anything
pretty
funner
awesome, though.
It's so much fun to get in a car and go and rob a bank, right? But why not do it with 3 of your buddies? I mean, they have cars, certain cars where you can actually have guys hanging off the side of the car. And then you got people that get inside of the car, and then there's like a step or whatever, like on the big SUVs, and they can just hang on the side there while you're driving around. So you can have up to like 6 people in a car and just drive around and just fuck shit up. Like you and your buddies going up against the cops, or finding like 3 or 4 assholes in some other part of the world, probably, England, and you just want to like, talk about being like in this immersive world or whatever. Now you're doing it with real life people.
Do you feel like this is? I mean, you guys haven't played it yet, but I feel like this is kind of where this series might be going online.
I hope so.
Kind of this more like
Because
Borderlands-ish, like 4-player or.
I'm trying not to talk so much, but I've read that they initially created it to be kind of bare bones so that they could let the player design the online experience. So they listen to what people are saying and what they want and things that they want, and they actually start coming out with these things. However, they've had like 3 or 4 updates that included certain packs and things, and that has not been the case. Because everybody is saying, we want heists. We want a mission that we have to plan for, that just like in the game where you have to get certain things, you have to get, like, everybody has a different job they have to do. People want to do that. They want to spend an hour with their buddies doing one mission. You know what I mean? And then have the payoff be, millions of dollars or whatever.
There is
absolutely.
Because there's heists in the game. The main game are pretty fun. That's one of the best parts.
That's what people want to do, and I know Rockstar is probably working on it, but it's going to take a while.
Right.
If it takes a couple of years for 6, I'm totally fine with that. As long, I don't mind waiting for quality and leaps. Like they deliver.
We pretty much wait 5 years a game.
Well, I would say, like, I haven't been a fan since Vice City. I played San Andreas, fell out. I played 4, not a big fan. But 5, though I have issues with it, it has brought me back to the series.
Well, that's our show. Ian's too drunk to do the closing, so I'm going to take over duties here. I hope you enjoyed our 2-part series on Grand Theft Auto, and we had a really good time doing it. Until then...
You forgot the subscribing part.
Pay attention to my boobs. Oh, is that not what you were saying? No. Please subscribe. YouTube, MilkManPictures. And enjoy our next episodes.
It's close.
I'm just gonna yell into this. What am I saying? Alright. Well, that was our 2-part Grand Theft Auto episodes. 2 fucking parts episodes.
Just make everything plural. It doesn't sound official.
Justin can't take it anymore.
Alright, you ready?
Those
You
are
lost him.
supposed to go on the
Let's try this
coffee
again.
table.
Alright, here we go again. Well, that was our 2-part Grand Theft Auto series. I hope you found it interesting or enjoyable. It's going off the rails at this point. If you found this interesting, let us know. Write some fucking comments. We'd like you to subscribe to YouTube.com/. Oh, fuck, shit. Cock and balls! I have to come up all this shit up. Memorize. It's not that easy, you fuckers. You fuckers think it's like, oh yeah, you know.
I think
That Harold Ramis thing? That was all memorized too. I know I looked down, but there's no paper there. I memorized all this shit. It's like all about memory. Memory, it's such a pain in the ass. It's a muscle.
Memories.
Memories are
All I have is memories.
Alright, you ready?
my muscle. That's not the point.
You guys talking about memories?
Memory.
Yeah, look,
Memories,
I
yeah.
showed those in GTA 5.
Memories, they're awesome.
Are we recording?
Of course.
Alright. I
Memories.
could probably just do this when you guys all fucking leave too.
That could be a while.
Yeah, right.
Alright.
Professional.
Personal. Right out the window.
I'm reliant.
Alright, fucker! Hey, Red Cap. Alright.
Enhance your car.
I know. It's not that easy, Dave. I like, when you guys want to be hosts, yeah, fuck you. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna hear that, Dave, so shut up. Alright, I'm Ian. Alright, thank you. Well, that's our show. That's our fucking, just stop it. I ain't gonna have to do it later.